Dan, welcome. Good as always to see you. Do you think the chip shortage is going to abate in the first half of next year, or is it going to last longer?
I think it's going to moderate significantly into the first half of the year. We're starting to already see that from our supply chain checks, and that's going to remove a major overhang on the auto market, but specifically on the EVs. When you look at some of these shortages, so I think that's something the street's not factoring in. That's going to go from a headwind to a tailwind in 2022.
And you think 22 and beyond are going to be the years of the EVs?
I think it's a golden age for EVs. Up to now, it's only been Tesla, right? They've had the ironclad grip on the market, and they're going to continue to be strong. I think potentially 60% type growth on units next year. But now it's that green tidal wave, $5 trillion that we believe is going to be spent over the next decade. Biggest transformations to the auto industry since 1950s. That's why it's not just the Rivians and some of the pure plays, Lucid and others. I believe there's a re-rating in names like Ford, GM, and I think that's something that's really going to be on the radar of investors as this sort of transformation takes hold.
And GM is one of your picks. I want you to take us through the argument for it, because in light of what you just said, and that is that the category has basically had a category killer named Tesla there for a long time. But it's not for want of GM's trying. They were in there with the Volt, the Bolt, the Jolt, whatever they are, but maybe they haven't gotten credit for it. Why do you think now GM is going to have the kind of EV success that they seem not to have been able to have prior?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think up to now, they've almost been at the kids' table for Thanksgiving. They were on the outside looking in terms of the technology, and I think in terms of the vertical stack. But now what Mary and the team have done, it's really a fully integrated EV strategy with Ultium and with 30 models that are going to be coming out over the next 6 to 7 years. And to me, it's all about conversion. If they convert 10% of their base over the next 2 years, I think this ultimately means this is a stock that's an $85 to $100 stock. So to me, it's all about conversion for GM. The past has obviously been choppy going forward. I think this is really going to be a renaissance of growth in Detroit.
People do like Rivian. You are among them. They are betting heavily on trucks and SUVs. What's to prevent Tesla from coming out with a very stylish SUV, or from GM or Ford to competing heavily in the truck and SUV EV space?
Yeah, no doubt. Cybertruck 2023, and they'll definitely be a major player. But I continue to view this on the pickup SUV. It's about Ford and Rivian, and that's $1 trillion market alone. I think what Rivian's done is really sort of mind-blowing in terms of the stack that they've already built. Of course, valuation will be a debate. You got to see forest through the trees next 3, 4, 5 years. I think it's really a category definer in terms of what Rivian's doing on pickups. But our top pick continues to be Tesla in terms of core automotive on EVs. And I think there's a basket way to play this. Rivian's going to be one of the leaders.